Now, I'm not going to be naming any names because I don't want to give these people any opportunity to file a harassment report or a privacy takedown request, because I guarantee you that is exactly what they'll try to do, because it's exactly what they did with my YouTube video yesterday. They were losing the argument. They were getting a lot of backlash. People did not agree with them. And even before I made the YouTube video, they were getting enough backlash to where likes and comments were turned off on the video that they were featured in giving their opinion on this situation. So it already wasn't a popular opinion, but they took it upon themselves to organize a mass flag campaign against my YouTube channel on Twitter. Both of them partaked. I'm not going to show screenshots here because, once again, I'm not going to give them any reason to do a harassment report or a privacy takedown request, because, once again, this is the tactics that these people will resort to.
Welcome back, everybody, to Crows of Judgment. And as you can see from the video from GriffinGaming, he has been dealing with a lot of social media brigading. His video was very popular. A lot of people did agree with the viewpoint. But as you can see, the Twitch streamer on screen here did not like that she was being criticized for doing something that was objectively an awful thing to do. Now, Zombie Kills is a very small content creator. I'm not saying that as a dig on her. I'm saying that she's got a few thousand followers, and roughly about 1,000 of that was gained in like the past 30 days. So we're talking about someone who, at the time this drama began, was only about 3,000 followers. Very small, very little reach. Now, what happened was Zombie Kills demanded a free PlayStation 5 and a free Xbox. She implied that Sony and Microsoft were racist for not providing her with one. And now I know I'm going to be accused of not giving full context there, so let me just be very clear. She said that it's wrong that these companies, right, will not reward these systems to minority content creators, specifically herself, because they're racist and they give it out to all of these white dudes, right? When in reality, she was someone with 3,000 followers at the time on Twitch. So someone with very little reach, with no communication or association with any of these companies. Now, she was promoted by another few content creators who saw this, you know, the social justice crowd who wanted to jump onto the bandwagon. Sony, you know, promptly told her just, you know, whatever, because, I mean, they're literally selling all their devices to scalpers, right? They're completely amoral. Microsoft, who isn't doing as hot, they said, okay, we're literally suffering in sales to Sony. Just give her a free Xbox, right? Probably because they don't want to deal with the social media brigade, not because they actually value your content or your reach, because, again, you had 3,000 followers at the time. Now, GriffinGaming decided to do a video on this. It was a 29-minute video. It was highly critical, and, you know, it didn't use any slurs. It did not do anything that violated YouTube's policies, but it was getting flagged and it was getting reported. And as you can see here, the reason why that was happening was because Zombie Kills had made this comment about it. And she made two, so don't worry. Actually, sorry. There are 3 comments in regards to his video on Twitter, and it's important context to exactly what happened. Man, fuck this piece of shit. Fuck him for using my shit out of context, for attacking me and sending your shitty white supremacist community after my content. Just fuck you. I'm tired, so tired, and I know y'all will tell me to get hit quietly, but honestly, that's shitty. So she's saying, like, they'll tell her to just shut up and take it. Like, I mean, yeah, kinda. And they're not a white supremacist community. I mean, look, GriffinGaming has built up a platform off being kind of a snobby prick, but not a racist. Like, the fact that you went there, I mean, let's be clear. She went there when she demanded the free consoles too. I'm black and I deserve one. I'm a black woman and I deserve one. And she's gonna, we've got a few tweets here. She's gonna say that she does this for the community. Let's be clear. Had she have been saying, hey, Sony and Microsoft, this is a list of all these different minority content creators, right, who have been on the platforms for a very long time, who have a ton of reach, who did not get an Xbox and a PlayStation 5, and they deserve it, right? And if you wanted to include your own name in there, I would have said, yeah, whatever. But instead, she made it all about herself, because it was not about the community. It was literally about her. And This is where she basically tells people to go report the video. Now, 123 likes, like, look, even on Twitter, that's not a lot. But if you have 123 people running in to go ahead and say, report it, report it, report it, that's enough to get the video taken down. And with the way YouTube is, with a lot of their systems being automated, it is enough to get his channel actually taken down to the point where he won't have any money, because Griffin Gaming does everything on YouTube. That's where all of his income comes in from. And more to the point, Griffin Gaming is a guy with 200,000 subs. He went out and he bought a PlayStation and an Xbox with money out of his own pocket in order to do his reviews. Zombie Kills is someone with 3,000 followers, couldn't be fucking bothered with that, and just demanded free shit. It's really disgusting. Now, as you can see, reported. It's sad. In the YouTube, you have to fill the comments on racism in the description and hope that the support person reads the description. YouTube needs to update to include hate against protected categories as the primary report reason. Awful human being here, right? And I say that because, look, you have a guy here, right, who just listened to you at your word, and you screamed racism. I need to report it for racism. It's not hate against a protected community. It's not hate against you for being in a protected community. It's literally criticism for you doing something that was incredibly selfish and incredibly just nasty. And before, because, I might get brigaded or whatever, I don't really care. I literally got brigaded by a group of trolls for pointing out, hey, doing deep fakes of George Floyd and making a ton of racist comments while doing it is racist, right? Like, to me, that was pretty fucking racist. This shit, you're just an awful human being. And this is another content creator who literally said he's posting our tweets on his community page on YouTube. I need everyone to go report his channel pronto. Again, 102 likes, right? Apparently, posting the very things that you say to these people is harassment, right? Not their own statements, but your own statements. That's harassment. If you aren't proud of what you say, maybe don't say it in the first place. That's what I would recommend. But, you're not talking to the most intelligent group out there. And I'm specifically talking about these weirdos on Twitter, that Social Media Brigade. And just as a quick aside, right? I'm Palestinian. My wife is black. My wife is trying to be a TikToker now. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of a grumpy old man. And I look at it and go, ooh, TikTok, right? TikTok. But she's proud of it. And she doesn't sit there and, go to Facebook and say, you must support me because I'm a black female content creator on TikTok. No. She just wants to make her TikTok videos, and she wants to be successful. You don't see me in all of my videos saying, guys, support my channel because I'm a Palestinian content creator. There's so few Palestinians. There's so few Muslims on this platform. YouTube doesn't care about us. Dollar Shave Club should give me a sponsorship. Do you not see my beard? I could shave if Dollar Shave Club gave me a sponsorship. No, because doing that would be gross. It'd be really gross. And if anything, it really would cheapen the content that you make. Right? Because you said that my views and my opinions, well, they're totally irrelevant because my race and gender are the most important things about me. And the fact that you said that about yourself is really sad. Really sad. But the hatred Griffin Gaming has not left there, right? This is them telling, hey, go after his Discord. Report them. They're literally plotting to lynch us. Are you kidding? They're criticizing you, sweetie. Fucking calm the fuck down. And honestly, you've completely opened yourself up to all of this because you're still demanding that their stuff be reported. You called for people to get their channel taken down. That's what you did. You deserve to be called out for doing it. And now, they celebrated when he deleted the video. And as you saw, I played a clip for the video before we started. It's like 2 minutes long, and he explains, hey, in the current climate of YouTube, I'm a YouTuber. All my money is on YouTube, and these people are trying to get my channel taken away from me. So I just deleted the video because I've literally been getting false flagged and reported like crazy. And with YouTube automating their systems, I'm sure he realized it's just not worth losing his income over what these people do. Now, for me, I don't make my income on YouTube. If they want to brigade my video, sure, you'll just help me boost in the algorithm by giving me a bunch of views. So, you guys do you. But as you saw when they were celebrating this person here, I know much smaller and everything, but gamer, food reviewer, graphic designer, some flag of which I think is totally irrelevant. Here is all of his partners. Make sure to let them know about that white supremacist. I also reported him as well. White supremacist for what? Pointing out that using your race, like, look, I'm Palestinian. My wife is black. Neither of us would ever use our race to demand anything from anyone, right? And now, if I see another Palestinian content creator and I like their content, I might promote it because, look, at the end of the day, I would like to see more voices from that community. I would, right? I'm sure my wife would feel the same thing, but we wouldn't sit there and say, we must get free stuff for ourselves. We must get followers for ourselves based solely on our race. Because, that's not about lifting up the community. That's literally about you demanding free stuff for you. But this is just going to go way over their heads. Now, another YouTuber decided to go ahead and do a quick live stream. I think it was about 16 minutes long. Nothing wrong, really tepid criticism. And in fact, he even starts it up by saying, these corporations, these brands should support minority content creators, should support content creators in general. They said, they called him a lowlife, said that they were being bashed by him. Look, man, my video is far more critical. Let's just be honest. Report this video, report his channel, report his Twitter. Anybody who criticizes them, they are trying to get their accounts taken away. All right? And then they're going to say that we're content creators and we're trying to make a living. And this is, two zombie kills. If you're really trying to, be a Twitch streamer, I hope you understand your audience is not the SJW Social Brigade squad. It's literally other gamers, right? And other gamers are going to look at this and say, well, I just want to play video games. You've completely boxed yourself in. You're dealing from the bottom of the deck. And, since you demanded the free Xbox, you got 1,000 followers, right? And your channel views, just so I can go back here, right? Not really doing too hot, right? At this point, you were bombing. I don't know what you were doing over here, right? But, yeah. You're getting more now. But still, unfortunately, this was a terrible move for you and for your audience, because it's kind of like when we see shows like She-Ra, Princess of Power, or whatever. I don't even know if they called it that or whatever. It's kind of like when we see shows like that and they get immediately bopped. It's because this same crew shows up to support that show on social media and post about it on social media, and anyone who's critical of it on social media, I mean, they absolutely savage, slay queen, but then they don't buy the merchandise and they don't actually watch any of the episodes, and then those shows get canceled, and they're like, how could they cancel this show? Because you didn't fucking support it. These people are not going to be supporting you. You've I'm sorry, but you've really destroyed yourself here. Because in a month, they're all going to move on to the next thing. They're all going to move on to the next thing to Brigade. Zombie Kills, what you're going to have to do is turn your entire channel into a social justice channel, right? It's not going to be about video games anymore. You're going to have to do content solely about how you're being suppressed, how you're being attacked, how the black community is not being supported because you're not getting free shit. That's what your channel has to be at this point, because that's the audience that you've started to cultivate. And, I think that's sad because, look, I checked out a couple of your videos, from earlier on. I didn't have an issue with them. I thought that they were okay. But people are going to look at you and only see this is the girl who cried racism in order to get a free Xbox. This is the girl who said everyone was a racist and a white supremacist for calling her out. And this is the girl who tried to get people's channels shut down. That's what they're going to see when they look at you. And that's on you. That is 100% on you. Now, this over here, right? And when black people defend themselves for openly standing up for equity, brands will probably use that one time to cancel any opportunity working with us. I mean, yeah, probably. Not because you stood up for the community, but because you stood up for yourself. You demanded something free for yourself, not for the black community. In fact, I've seen plenty of people that are minorities, including myself. I even had this conversation with my wife, and she was like, it's just about the numbers and the reach. People don't agree with what you did. You don't want to hustle. You don't want to build up. You wanted something for free. And then you use the black community to demand that. That is selfish. That is greedy. Meanwhile, PewDiePie and the other racist white privileged men are given heaps of opportunities. Food for thought. No, it's really not. You know why? Because first off, stop calling everybody a fucking racist, okay? Stop it. If you have to keep screaming racism, all you're doing is devaluing the word. 100%. It means literally nothing because essentially to this person and his zombie kills and to all their little social media brigaders, racism is anyone who opposes them. Racism is anyone who disagrees with them. That's a racist to them. Has nothing to do with the actual literal definition of what racism is. Has nothing to do with people seeing them based on their skin color and not liking it, right? It's literally just anyone who disagrees with them. You know why PewDiePie and these others get given heaps of opportunities? Because they built themselves up. Fucking Xbox and PlayStation didn't go to PewDiePie when he had fucking 5,000 subs on YouTube and say, hey, how about a free fucking console? And if you and go ahead and review it because we just want to kiss your white ass. It's got nothing to do with that. Look, I'm Palestinian, right? I have 1,000 subs on YouTube, right? 1,100. Thank you, everybody. I wouldn't sit there and say, you know what? Dollar Shave Club, you better give me a sponsorship because I am one of the very few Palestinian Muslim content creators on this platform. And you're only giving sponsorships to to white men like the Quartering, and then ignoring the fact that the Quartering almost has 1 million subs, right? If I did that, that'd be fucking awful, right? And that's essentially what they're doing. They're comparing someone who literally at the time had 3,000 followers, now has 4,000, right? And saying that she should be given the opportunity that the largest independent content creator on YouTube has. PewDiePie only has what he has because he busted his ass to get it, okay? And these other names that you just keep calling white privileged men. GriffinGaming, the guy that you were all on, literally 200,000 subs on YouTube, had to go out and buy his own PlayStation and Xbox. You guys are just awful. Like, you guys are really just awful. 29 fucking minutes of a YouTube dude being pressed. I am smaller than him and have a far bigger impact. But you don't. Like, I'm sorry. This is your impact here, okay? This is not me being a dick. This is your impact. This is your channel. Brigading people on social media isn't making you money. This is that what you want it to be? The girl who cries racism on Twitter? Is that what you want it to be known for? The girl who screams racism on Twitter and then says, I demand a free Xbox, or you're a racist. That's what you want to be known as? Because I thought that what you wanted was to build up your platform. I thought you wanted the Xbox because it would help you gain views on Twitch. Well, good fucking luck with that. You're no longer going to be known as a Twitch streamer who makes good content. You're going to be known as the crazy chick who went to Twitter and screamed racism so that she could get an Xbox. Then screamed racism at anybody calling her out for it. I'm sorry, but that is sad. That's really sad that you did that to yourself. Now, this was a comment actually left on the YouTube account, right? At Zombie Kills, like that means anything. Numbers are all that seem to matter to you. 1, content of character out the window. 2, personality toxic as shit. 3, self-entitlement through the roof. Yeah, social media brigaders, they love that because they have no content. They have no content of character. Their personality is extremely toxic, right? Agree with me, you're a racist. And their self entitlement absolutely through the roof because they are some of the most privileged people on the fucking planet, right? They're people who don't tend to have to work for anything. So yeah, they're gonna love this, right? Unfortunately, that's a very small audience of people. I think like what, 8%? 8% of the entire nation, right? Oh, yes, and don't forget talking poorly about black people who are rightfully disagreeing with your insensitive viewpoints. That's called racism, sugar. You know that word, right? The one you've been clamoring about since getting exposed yesterday. Those who scream racism the loudest are typically the most guilty of it. Yeah, like calling literally every white dude a white supremacist. That, I mean, basically you're going after them because of the color of their skins. I guess we could all say that you're racist too, Zombie Kills. I'll keep enjoying this shit show from afar, but please keep spouting your false racism and claims that you're fighting the good fight, though. Smiley face. Oh, savage. And I just want to end it with this, right? Because there are people that are minorities that are disagreeing with her, and the absolute self entitlement here, right, and lack of self awareness is insane. The amount of black folks hating on this vocally makes me even more sad. I'm fighting for us. How can you not see I want equity, not just something quick and fleeting? Let me just say it again. If that was a true statement, she would have highlighted all the content creators, right? Right over here, content creator and blacktivist, right? If this was a true statement over here, she would have highlighted all the minority content creators with larger reaches than herself, of which there are many, and pointed out how they didn't get a free Xbox, they didn't get a free PlayStation 5, they've been around forever, they deserve the opportunity. Instead, she said, I deserve it, it's mine, I deserve it, I'm black, I deserve it, I deserve it, I deserve it. And, and then said, anyone who criticized her, how can you not see that me demanding free shit for myself is me standing for the community? I'm sure the community doesn't want to be known as selfish little race baiters. I'm pretty sure they want to be known for the people that they are, not selfish little race baiters who demand free shit. I'm sure I'm sure because I wouldn't want the Palestinian community to be known as selfish little ingrates who demand free shit from people. But hey, this is what you've done. You know, you want to be a Twitch streamer, but also what you're really known for now is the girl who screamed out racism, 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 racism in order to get free stuff, and then screamed out that anyone who talked poorly about that action was a racist, demanded people get their content flagged down and removed, right? Get their Discords banned. That's what you're known for now. And you know, like I said, your channel, if you want to keep those 1,000 subs or followers, your channel better be all about exposing racism, because that's the audience that you cultivated here on Twitter. People who literally have nothing better to do. They live at home, they sit on their ass, they don't have actual jobs, and they have all the time in the world to just be no lives on Twitter. Congrats to your audience. It's unfortunate that you've ended your career as a Twitch streamer, playing video games and doing like reviews of consoles and stuff, but you know, it is what it is. Best of luck to you. I suggest you maybe pay attention to things like this guy right over here when he says, as a black man, it's disappointing to see a sister watering down the meaning of what it is to be racist. Stop it and be better. I strongly suggest you actually listen to what he's saying there, not just turn around and invalidate another black man's opinions, right? Because you personally are just so excited for your free Xbox.
Mellow, let that shit bang.